How much does daycare for twins cost? We're going to talk about costs and how that varies based on your location and the age of your twins. Hey everybody, my name is Joe Rawlinson. I'm the founder of dadsguidetotwins.com, where I help you survive and thrive as a father of twins. Now, we know twins can be expensive. Now, one of the biggest expenses that parents of twins face is that of daycare for their twins. Today, we're talking specifically about child care centers where you drop your kid off, maybe when you're going to work, and you pick them up at the end of the day. The biggest factor of how much you're going to pay for childcare for your twins is where you live. If you live in a big city, if you live on the West Coast of the United States or the East Coast of the United States, you're going to pay significantly more than if you live in the Midwest or the central part or small town of the United States. And if you're outside the United States, costs vary as well. One twin dad from Sweden told me that he pays only about $250 a month for both twins to be in daycare full time. But that said, it is heavily subsidized by the government. Now let's talk about here in the United States what you can expect to pay for daycare in your neck of the woods. I'm going to go through a few examples of different locations around the country that may or may not be close to where you are, or maybe consider kind of the size of the area, size of the city, size of the area compared to where you live. One twin parent says they spend $335 a week, and that's in Ohio. That comes out to about $17,000 a year. Compare that to someone in Buffalo, New York, who pays $24,500 a year for childcare for their twins. Likewise, someone in New Jersey pays $22,000 a year for childcare for their twins. Now, those large East Coast areas are extremely expensive for childcare. Maryland, $486 a week. That's $25,000 a year. Now, if you contrast that to Oklahoma, $270 a week. That's only $14,000 a year. So prices range all over the place, from a couple $100 a week in the middle of the country to extremely high costs like we talked about on the coasts. But the bottom line is that your expenses can sway anywhere from $10,000 a year up to $25,000 to $30,000 a year for daycare for your twins. Those costs can be too much for a family to bear. Oftentimes, parents will decide that it's just not worth it for both parents to be working, just to take the majority or all of that one parent's paycheck to pay for daycare. Twin dad Chris Jackson says that they never put their twins in daycare, that his wife quit when the twins were born, and she started being a stay-at-home mom. So 9 years later and 2 kids more, she's still a stay-at-home mom. We couldn't justify paying an entire paycheck to someone else to raise our kids. Likewise, twin dad Brandon says, my wife and I priced out daycare for our twin girls and couldn't justify spending an entire paycheck and then some for daycare. We are fortunate that we were able to do this on one income, but it's tight every month. So your circumstances and your budget may be like these two twin dads, where they ran the numbers and they're just like, there's no way that we're going to have one of us, mom or dad, work full time just to pay for daycare when you can just have the parents stay home and take care of the twins and gain the benefits of having a parent home with the children during the day. Now, it's not always going to be easy. Like one of these twin dads said, it's going to be tight on the budget. You're going to have to make some creative financial adjustments. But don't rule that out. Don't just assume that you have to put your twins into daycare. So speaking about the specific costs of daycare, you will need to reach out to the daycares in your area to get different estimates and quotes from each of them and then see which one is the best fit for you. Just because someone is paying $25,000 a year on the East Coast of the United States doesn't mean that that's going to be your expense for your twins where you live in your part of the country. It will be more expensive the younger the twins are, because infants require more hands-on care and more attention and need more caregivers per child than when the kids are older. So do expect expenses to be a little higher when they're infants compared to when they are toddlers and beyond. Also, when reaching out to daycare centers for pricing, make sure you ask for the twin discount. They may or may not have the twin discount, which may be known to them as the sibling discount. If you have other children that are also in daycare, try to negotiate such that you can get a reduced fare on each of your children. If you're expecting twins still or in the early months with twins, I highly recommend that you pick up my book, Dad's Guide to Raising Twins. It'll help you through those first couple years with twins, overcome the common challenges, and help you see what's coming around the corner from the stage of life that you're in right now. You can learn more about this book at raisingtwinsbook.com. If you've already found daycare for your twins, how much did you pay? Why don't you leave a comment below with where you live, what part of the country you live in, and how much you pay for twin daycare. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other videos to help you along your twin parenting journey. While you're here, check out some of these videos for practical tips and tricks on preparing for and raising your twins. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.